Have you ever walked into a room, sat down, and felt like you were completely invisible to the people around you? You start speaking, and someone immediately talks over you. You go out of your way to help them with a problem, but the moment you ask for a favor in return, they disappear. It is easy to think this happens because you did something wrong, or because you possess some inherent flaw, but that is rarely the case. People lose respect for you because, through your daily actions, you actively taught them that your boundaries do not matter. Once someone learns that they can cross your lines without a consequence, their perception of you locks into place. Changing their mind after that becomes extremely difficult. Disrespect is almost never an unprovoked attack. It is an invited consequence of sacrificing your own priorities just to keep everyone else comfortable. Consider the person in your office or friend group who is always available. Whenever someone needs a last-minute favor or needs a mistake covered up, they are the first one to step in. They constantly say yes to things they desperately want to decline. They do this because they operate on a flawed belief. They assume that ignoring their own needs is exactly what makes them a good person. But human psychology does not reward this behavior with gratitude. The more you endlessly give, the more you build expectation and entitlement in the people taking from you. This chart shows the exact relationship between your availability and your perceived value. As the line representing your availability scales infinitely upward, the corresponding line for the value of your time violently crashes to zero. You have commodified your time. Because your time is now seen as worthless, the moment you finally attempt to say no, the people around you do not respect your limit. They react with shock and often take offense. Being treated casually in these moments is not a punishment for your kindness. It is the strict, mechanical penalty for failing to regulate your own availability. This dynamic gets worse the moment a confrontation actually happens. Imagine you finally set a simple boundary, and someone immediately questions your decision. Instead of holding firm, you launch into a frantic, exhaustive 10-minute explanation to justify exactly why you cannot do what they want. Over-explaining broadcasts deep insecurity. It tells the other person that you do not trust your own decision and that you desperately need them to validate your choice. By defending your choices so aggressively, you accidentally hand over your power. You grant the other person the authority to act as a judge over your life. Many people realize this and swing wildly in the opposite direction. They assume the only way to gain respect is to ignore everyone, act fiercely arrogant, or become completely cold. But real respect is not found in becoming harder or aggressively defensive. You earn it by becoming perfectly clear about your values, your time, and exactly what you will and will not accept. Let's look at how this changes in practice. The next time a demanding request comes your way, you will feel that old familiar urge to immediately accommodate them. Instead of typing out a long paragraph, you deliver a firm, unadorned refusal. No, I can't do that. And you do it without a single apology, excuse, or dramatic explanation. What happens next usually surprises people. The anticipated catastrophe doesn't arrive. Nobody disappears. The world doesn't end, and life simply continues. In that quiet space afterward, a psychological shift happens. You realize you do not need external approval to survive. You just need to stop betraying your own needs. If you constantly feel disrespected, you must stop asking what is wrong with the people around you. Start asking what behaviors you have been allowing. The exact moment you stop begging others to value your time, you force them to recognize a new reality. They learn that you are kind, but you are not easy to disrespect. Change exactly one boundary today, because ultimately, the hardest yet most critical person to earn respect from is yourself.